was the best at what I did. I got in, got out. No one got hurt. Until I discovered something I was never meant to see. That's when they came for me. Now, I'm coming for them.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As we move further into the future, two things become very clear to us. The first is that technology has become a rampant addiction, from social media to the very core of the internet itself, like Google and cat videos. And through all of that, there is one tool that allows this to be possible, the one thing that gives us the power to speak our mind in just the fleshy palm of our hand, and that is obviously the mobile phone. Ubisoft, the creators of highly acclaimed series like Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell, now brings its intriguing video game theories on the future of cyber-vigilantism in the story of Watch Dogs. The question is, does this game get us drooling for a digital utopia, or ultimately, should we just switch our smartphones to silent?
He's coming, right? Not like last time. Honey, your uncle's a different kind of person. It doesn't mean he doesn't love us.
As with many games, we are given our protagonist, this time in the mysteriously rugged form of Aiden Pierce, a cyber-vigilante and part-time street mercenary. Of sorts. During your urban quest, you play as this rather Batman-like figure, as you take the fight to the system itself and uncover the secrets surrounding this unusually personal attack on your family. Now, while this all sounds overtly exciting to many, you might be disappointed to know that Watch Dogs would rather bubble slowly than frantically pop with enthusiasm. What's rather saddening is that Watch Dogs has all the makings, all the ingredients for a blockbuster story that could push the questions of morality when it comes to how we use and treat technology in the modern age. Watch Dogs, however, would rather pitter-patter around the subject, while using its spiderweb hacking and anonymity intrigue to tell a more simplistic story that by itself is left to bore and distract the more casual gamer, instead of taking the reins of its true potential. It makes me grumble more that our so-called hero isn't that interesting either, with a personality resembling a creepy, overprotective family man by day to a gravelly voiced Punisher cosplayer by night.
You gotta walk away from this, man!
Some things you can't walk away from.
Please!
In the overall conclusion of things, Aiden just doesn't come across as very likeable, and while his crusade may show signs of relatability, it feels more like we are watching the shell of someone suffering from vengeful denial, rather than a man standing up to at least do what is right in a justifiable action hero standard. Thankfully, the supporting cast fares a little better, with Aiden's allies showing a nice mix of personalities from his supportive sibling and nephew, to the colourful cast of hacker friends that are housed in his dark big-screen Batcave. The problem again, though, is that none of this helps push the game in the direction we hoped it would go, and the story eventually succumbs to a lackluster end where previous events feel like filler running a course of meandering intent.
Weasel!
What you will be relieved to hear, though, is that just like Skyrim or GTA, this is a game with a package of content that overcomes its disappointing direction. The city of Chicago, though rather cardboard, is a delight to roam around in, with tons of side activities to do like booze binging, poker, and even the odd virtual reality trips that let you ride robot spiders, and even breathe in digital elixir of joy as you body surf daisies. On the more serious side of, well, side missions, there are tons of bullet-orientated things for Aiden to get engaged in too, that will probably keep you distracted from that oh-so plot. These errands come in a variety of different tastes, like infiltrating enemy hideouts, destroying convoys, and also stopping street crimes before they're committed in a Minority Report fashion, because, technology, alright? The cool aspect of all these things you physically get to do in Watch Dogs is that you do them in a way you feel is necessary in the confines of its world. For example, with enemy convoys, you can either snipe your target for a quick escape, or even get more creative. The choice is really yours, and to me, that's the best thing about it. Now, obviously, with all these explosions and death, the city won't let this go unnoticed, and so through your constant actions, from saving civilians to just using them as fodder, they begin to treat you differently. Sure, while it's not a massive shift in NPC behaviour, it's still cool to see their reactions as they grass you up to the cops for bad deeds, or show respect for the right turns that you take. It is actually rather surprising how alive the people of Seattle seem to be as you come across them. Be it any of the different activities that they do that just makes you feel immersed and more part of this breathing world. Just like this moment here where a shopkeeper slyly attempts to alert the cops after seeing my mug on the news. It's a nice attention to the smaller things, and I fully appreciate it.
Social media is buzzing about the vigilante. One poster wrote, "The vigilante must be stopped. He is a menace to the city." That's just one of many posts decrying Chicago's self-appointed
2
crime
words.
fighter.
Yes, cool.
Several other words are popping up frequently on social media. Anarchist,
I didn't do anything, man.
terrorist, and even
We obviously can't forget the main part of your time in Watch Dogs, which is the Matrixy style combat, and from start to finish, it feels just as fluid as you may have seen in any trailer before release. Aiden Pierce, being the man I, well, guess he is, comes equipped with so many skills and gadgets that in a way, he probably gives Liam Neeson a run for his money. Be it the nearly too wide selection of different weapons, to the easy handling and smoothness of its vehicular segments, everything you do in Watch Dogs pretty much makes you feel like some form of modern day badass. This is helped too with a nice plate of different abilities, from our unexplained inhuman bullet time to the one-button press of hacking tools at our disposal, like full-blown city-wide blackout apps, to small gadgets such as different types of explosives. When it comes to the hacking, Watch Dogs is most certainly all about getting into the combat as well, and in many situations, it actually does come in rather handy. Aiden, through the simple press of his phone, can stalk his prey and complete entire missions through invading and monitoring security cameras at his will. Hacking can even go further, from remotely triggering bollards, traffic accidents, and even enemy grenades. It's all really down to you, and in a way, the phone is your oyster. I mean the world. No, wait, the phone. No. The phone. Outside of combat, Aiden can also foil the lives of the local population, as he effortlessly hacks into mobile phones for stealable bank accounts for purchasing clothes and guns. You can even steal music, personal information, and eavesdrop on private phone conversations. I guess it would be weird not to have hacking puzzles in a game about cyber infiltration as well, and Watch Dogs' Deus Ex HR-inspired puzzle sets feel acceptable and user-friendly to the point of not getting in the way of the more important points of the gameplay. These puzzles do come in the form of an occasional reward though, as scattered around the city, you'll find security hubs filled to the brim with servers full of humorous and interesting videos and even Easter eggs of the previously assumed private population. It's a nice touch, and as always, provides a big question mark as to what is fact and fiction between our world and maybe this one.
Why is he doing that?
He's an assassin, Dad.
Well, I mean, why is he talking to the guy he just killed?
It's a confession?
Well, that's just dumb.
As with many modern games, we also get a licking of multiplayer, and for Watch Dogs, you get a nice bag of addictive things to do too, be it street racing, to a more team-based mode where two sides fight for a data file as you use a section of the city as your playground. The main highlight though is the easily named online hack mode, where you, the player, invade another innocent gamer's world and attempt to hack, well, their own character while staying out of sight. What's smile-inducing is that this simplistic form of hide-and-seek is incredibly addictive to take part in, and the many scenarios and edge-of-your-seat moments will make you come back time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. But the best part is that it could actually happen to you at any time as well, and thus complements Watch Dogs' Big Brother commentary as you find yourself looking over your shoulder at all times.
They all could go down like that.
All of these different quests and errands universally feed into Watch Dogs' circular skill tree that gives Aiden and the player a nice little goal to work towards, be it improved hacking skills to the better wielding of our arsenal of guns and four-wheelers. It's a package breaking at the seams with even more content I just don't want to spoil, and while some of it may fall into the pains of repetitiveness, it's still empowering to the player by its sheer bloated choice of execution. Last comes Watch Dogs' presentation, and here things get a little uneven. You see, while Watch Dogs at times looks just as pretty as any game on the next generation consoles would expect, it seems that, like usual, Ubisoft forget to close the gate before letting its products escape the nest. The product has suffered a lot of backlash from its slight dip in visual performance compared to its previous reveal, but to be honest, the game still feels and plays just as next-gen as you were hoping, with nighttime and rain-filled environments really showing the strengths of this game's engine. Watch Dogs single player, and especially in its multiplayer, suffers from an extreme case of unoptimization, where screen tearing will increase, frame rates will drop, and the most unusual glitches will occur just to sour your experience. What makes matters worse is the mentioned engine's inability to handle larger online lobbies, with increasing player chaos producing slideshow states of playtime that can even transfer to its single player. It's something a full-paying consumer doesn't really deserve, and begs the question of if development time was worth wasting on these side multiplayer attractions. To its closing curtain, Watch Dogs is a fun, sometimes fluid large sandbox adventure to play, and while its story may drop like a wrecking ball on a children's swimming pool party, it still has so many side distractions, offerings, and action-packed gameplay to keep you busy till your eyes go square. While the game may sure be far from perfect, it's still worth a try not only to indulge in its intriguing and believable world, but also because of the vibes of modern escapism we all long for in video games we purchase. Proxy playthroughs gives Watch Dogs a filling silver muffin, but what do you think of Watch Dogs? Proxy would love to know, but until next time, ciao.